Are you willing to spend the last years of your life stuck in a nursing facility, stuck in a hospital, in a hospice? What were to happen if you were to eliminate the butt-ugly foods that will cause you to end up in these institutions? Stay tuned. I'm Professor Spira. I practice something called the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret. I've done so for over 20 years and have helped thousands of people transform their lives using the methods of the Mucusless Diet Healing System. And today we're going to talk about eliminating some of these nasty foods out of your diet, these things that are disease forming, cancer causing, stroke causing. I'm talking about the dead animal flesh. Now, just think about this for a second. You're talking about this rotting flesh, like this is supposed to look good to us. This rotting piece of flesh that we're supposed to cook, but if you don't cook it, before long, you get the maggots in there and there's worms in there. You have to clean it and separate it from the feces. The feces is involved. If you're a real carnivore, you would eat the feces along with the uneliminated feces in the intestines along with the other stuff. That's not cute, is it? That doesn't look good. I would call that butt ugly food. And it makes sense. That's the food that causes the death, that causes the premature aging. But what if you didn't have to live like that? What if you didn't have to eat those foods? There's nobody making you. There's no one with a gun unless you're enslaved somewhere. In a penitentiary situation, there's no one that's sitting there saying you have to eat this butt ugly food that breeds butt ugliness. So what do? First, you got to get serious. You got to get serious about this thing called life. Are we going to grow up and be adults and have an adult diet? An adult diet is not caviar and these things people think, oh, that's so sophisticated. An adult diet is going to be mucus-free. Going to be fruits and green leafy vegetables. That's an adult, a grown-up diet. The coincidence is that's the diet a lot of children are attracted to. If you put some rotting flesh over here, put a dead fish on the left and side of a table, and put an apple, a nice ripe, good smelling apple, sweet apple, on the right side. You tell the child, pick one. Probably gonna pick the apple instead of the dead fish or any kind of chunk of dead carcass that you put on there. We should be eating foods that look good to humans, that aren't based on addiction. It's not based on our addiction to improper foods, but what's our species specific diet? We're talking about fruits. And then what else do we need? Well, we need vegetables, fruits and vegetables. Fruits and fresh fruits, you don't think that looks good? You don't think that looks vibrant? The colors, the sweet smell? But people would rather have the charred remains of an animal that lived, of an animal that spoke, that made noises, that communicated, an animal that most people don't have a hand in directly killing themselves. They go buy it. Oh, here's a supermarket. It's available. Or you get the processed stuff. Get your hot dog. Ugly. It's just straight ugly. No, it's unnecessary. If you want longevity, you want to feel good. You want to feel good about what you're eating. You want foods that's going to cause you to look younger and not older. Then you're going to want to check out the Mucusless Diet Healing System by Professor Arnold Ehret. And if you're not signed up yet, go down below, click the link, sign up for the Mucus-free Life Insiders Club. You're going to get free downloads of 3 great PDFs that include mucus-free recipes, and the top 10 list and menu planning introduction, so you can create your own menus of beautiful foods and beautiful recipes and things that help with longevity. It doesn't make any sense to eat this nasty, ugly stuff. Then you're gonna have to deal with the worms, unless you think the worms in your intestines are cute. You know, some folks might get that Stockholm syndrome or something. Really, you love the parasites up in you. Not me. You know, I want that out. And so you want to get rid of that. Get your daily juice habit. Get your daily vegetable habit, your daily fruits and vegetable habit, your broom salads. You know, these are all the tools. And then for good measure, clean your colon out with fruits with some, you know, lemon juice and distilled water, enema, you know, for good measure. But that's what it is. We need to get away from these nasty, ugly, smelly foods. Anytime when you're in the store and you walk around and there's a whole section that smells like athlete's foot, that smells like rotten gym socks and sweat, that they call a cheese aisle, that's ridiculous. Or, you know, a whole section of blood and gore, like out of a horror movie, and that's supposed to be the meat section, the butcher section. Something's wrong. Something's just wrong with that. Come on now. Just use your reasoning. We got to do better than that. Now understand, if you're craving that, that's one thing. We can deal with that, because that's addiction to pus and mucus forming foods. You can transition away from that and clean yourself out, get to the point where you no longer crave those foods. You let go as well of the emotional connection that you have to those foods. I mean, that's what you want to do. But to continue eating this horrifyingly ugly and smelly and nasty food for the rest of your life, that's not it. We don't need to do that. It's 2022, we're more advanced now, way more advanced. And it's not about technological advancement, it's about physiological advancement, and it's not gonna come from stem cells, it's not gonna come from some kind of weird mystery pill or some kind of stuff. It's gonna come from cleaning out your intestines, cleaning out your colon, and changing your diet back to the diet that humans were supposed to have in the first place. And until we do that, there is no peace. There is no removal of suffering. There's only stimulation. And you can live a life and people live and they have fun and they do, but then we know where it ends. And I'm saying that it doesn't have to end there. It doesn't have to end in the nursing home. It doesn't have to end in an insane asylum. It doesn't have to end in these institutions prematurely. It doesn't. Make the commitment right now. Change your diet now.
What would you like to eat? The chicken or the stuffed peppers?
On the menu today is fresh chicken and rice. While some residents can munch on hearty bone-in meat, there are others with more limitations.
The chicken we put into a chicken mold. The pork chops we put into a pork chop mold.
Giving it form to look like a piece of chicken and a full scoop of rice.
We put it in here for 20 minutes.
Barry has dementia and can no longer eat solid foods. For him and several others, eating is enjoyable again.
They want the residents to feel as normal as possible.
The extra thought and care makes all the difference for their health.
And avoid ending up in these horrifying places. Take my word for it. As somebody that grew up with family members that found themselves in these spaces, if there's anything that you can do to avoid being in there, you want to do that. You want to take every step, every precaution, every action that you can take to avoid ending up in these horrifying places where you have no control, you have no power.
I have laid in my own bowel movement for hours. Don't ever put your loved one in here, ever.
Is it worth eating the mess? Is it worth that trip to BW3s? Is it worth going to Pizza Hut and Burger King and just to fit in with society, be a part of the thing? Is it worth that to spend the last 10, 15 years of your life, if you're even lucky, if you make it through your strokes and your heart attacks and you end up bedridden or you end up in a wheelchair in a nursing home situation? Is it worth it? Now, I'm not saying accidents can't happen. You can have a car accident and there's tragedy happens. But why would you not take every action that you could to prevent what is inevitable? There's no secret. All you got to do, go to a nursing facility, and you can even set it up. You can get permission to go visit with some people there. In some of these places, some of them, you know, if you do like a community service type of situation, or it just doesn't make any sense. Once you wake up, there's no compromise. There's no, oh, let me go get this piece of pizza. Let me go get this piece of whatever, this hot dog. Yeah, I'll just hit one more hot dog, one more piece of chicken, one more. Nope, not if you're serious. Not if you're ready to really take yourself out of that equation, of that type of situation, and truly transform your physiology, transform your body, mind, and spirit. That's what has to happen. We need not end up in these places. But first you gotta take action. It's time. Right now. Take action right now. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna do it next year and next month, and you know, fall's coming up. And no, right now, you can take action. You can do an enema right this minute. Stop everything, go get your enema bag out, go grab you some, go up to the store, get you some lemons, do the enema right now. Or maybe make a big salad. Maybe you haven't had a good broom salad in a while. Right now, go make you a big broom salad. Go to the store, get what you need, come back, make that salad, eat it. Get you some mucus-free vegetables, put that in the oven, or saute it up, or whatever you do. Take action now. Eliminate the pus. Eliminate the mucus from your body, your mind, and your spirit. If you want to grow old and ugly, then eat ugly. If you want to feel anxiety and depression, then eat that. But if you want to feel good, you want to look good, you want to be productive, eat produce. Eat the fruits, the green leafy vegetables, starchless, mostly fatless, mucus-free. Mucus-free is a way to be. Thank you so much for tuning in right here. Check out this great videos, hand-selected for you. Click right here, and I will see you over there. Peace, love, and breath.